everyone. Welcome to episode 15 of season 6. If you just joined, this is Maria at Maria Magic with Maria everywhere. I was starting to read your stuff and I was like, wait, that's not me. And I'm joined by our supreme goddess and judgmental poo. Just kidding.
Wow.
Robyn at a tired witch everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, you hear everyone. That judgmental tone, everybody? Am I lying?
You're such a bitch. You're such a bitch. For those of you who are new here, do not forget to join us September 28th. That's when our next class is going to be. It will be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a class with Laura Davilla again. And this class is going to be on Gallina Negra. And those of you who don't know what that is, that literally translates to black chicken, but what it is about is protection magic. And for those of you who've already taken her cleansing class, 12 out of 10, very excited. So get there, join us. As an additional reminder, Maria and I are currently running a raffle. If you didn't listen to last week's Coffee Talk episode, we went into it in detail. I'm not going to do it again. If you haven't listened, go back and listen to it. But we are running a raffle to get Maria out here to a local program called Siskiyou Outreach. They're doing their first ever drag show in the area. This is a very big deal. And all of the extra proceeds are going to pay for their security for the event. So this is a really big deal. It's very important to both of us. And yeah, join us. If you look in the caption, you'll see Maria's Ko-Fi link. It's $5 a ticket. All you have to do is send $5 on Ko-Fi with the caption raffle and you are submitted. There's a lot of different prizes. It's going to be great. So yeah, it's for a good cause.
Yeah. And we're going to do a live episode where you can watch it.
Yes.
So,
we are.
Yeah.
And this time maybe we won't be so busy. We can actually film silly content together and stuff. So that will be great.
Yeah. That's true. Chicago was fun, but there wasn't a lot of time for fun.
It was very, very, very busy. And also, if you want to be featured on a Coffee Talk episode, don't forget to email us at submissions@coffeeandcauldrons.com, submit via the submission forums at coffeeandcauldrons.com, or leave us a voicemail at 351-207-0799. It is a 3-minute cap, so just call back and we'll smash it all together.
Yeah, and we need more voicemails, guys. We need them.
Please
give us
We're
them.
Officially out. So send us your so beautiful voices.
Creepy stories, please.
If you just joined us this week, every week we talk about upcoming lunar phases and how you can utilize those in your magical practice. Now, that being said, the nearest one to the day at which this episode is released is going to be on the 23rd of August. That is the new moon in Virgo. And new moon in Virgo, I think we have talked about this a few times, about the new moon in Virgo very specifically being great for organization and just kind of, checking all the boxes and fucking highlighting and all those sort of organization things. But I was really thinking about how we can utilize the new moon in Virgo. Wow, I can talk. The new moon in Virgo in a way that we have never really discussed before. And something like I gave this a lot of thought. And I was thinking for this particular one, this would be a really good time to focus on getting a new job. If you are trying to get a new job. The reason being is that when we are doing job applications, it takes things like updating our resume, perhaps completely rewriting it from scratch. It is all about getting it sent out and making sure you're doing the follow-up emails. All those, tedious tasks of organization. And I feel like the new moon in Virgo, because it is planting those new seeds at the new moon and being organized and on top of things, all of this really lines up to a really good time if you are trying to get a new job. I don't know. What do you think?
So I did want to mention, I found out about this a while ago, and Z reminded me of it, that this dark and new moon are known as the black moon this go around because it is the fourth new moon, dark moon combo in this season. And there's typically only 3. So it is an extra one on top of the season. And if you work with like Hecate or anything, I really feel like this is a great time to like do some really devotional stuff to her and to honor her. We are going into a very transitionary period, which she honors with us going into autumn and hell with the hellscape we are in. I feel like we've been nonstop transitioning. What are you talking about?
Everything's fine. I've never been better. I'm doing
Are you
good.
Crying?
I actually was crying earlier, but we will talk about that and what's not stirring my cauldron. So
okay, yeah. But outside of that, I know, like, I probably say this about like every new moon, but I love a Virgo new moon. Because I love learning, I love reading, I love organization, I love studying, I like making little notes, and I like my notes to look pretty. I journal, and I feel like Virgo kind of like honors all of that. So if there's anything you really want to go out and explore, to learn and to take in information, this is a great new moon to set intentions towards that. Or maybe you want to start a journaling practice. Maybe you want to devote more time to journaling. And this moon would be a great time to set intentions towards that too. But I will say, you have to be careful when it comes to Virgo, because Virgos tend to be very rigid in their way of thinking.
Yes.
And so when you're setting these intentions, remember, especially if you're doing a journaling thing, there's no rules when it comes to journaling, guys. Like, write on every other page. Journal in 5 different journals. Pick the journal that like resonates with you the most
for the day.
Yeah. And, if you haven't journaled in 3 days, that's not the end of the world. Like, you don't
actually have to give up. You don't actually have to give up just because you haven't done it exactly right.
Yes, like, have fun with it. Make it your own.
Looking at you, ADHDers.
But yeah, those are my thoughts. Okay, so every episode we like to go over tarot cards. Previous seasons we've gone over like the individual meanings of cards, and then the season after that we did like the whole discussing the whole sections in tarot. Like we discussed like what the minor arcana was, the major arcana, the aces through the court cards, and then last season we went over the themes in tarot. And like, let's just say that you want to know like what cards symbolize love, what cards symbolize friendship. That would be like the previous season. But we are kind of returning to our beginning season roots this season by talking about individual cards. But what's different is that we're doing a shuffle and draw, kind of like reading for the collective. If it does not resonate with you, that doesn't mean like it doesn't resonate with everyone. It's just a general atmosphere we're all like living under. Like obviously people are not part of that general atmosphere. It'd be very weird if we were all going through the same thing. Okay, let's go ahead and see. No. So I am
Maria,
using...
my dog died. And you're like, that's crazy because mine did literally right now too. And then I go, but what's crazy?
Horrible.
I'm like, but what's crazy about that? I don't even have a dog, Maria. So relax.
I can't.
And then I was like, yeah, but I also broke my wrist. And you were like, I broke my wrist. And then it was just this big snowball effect of everyone dying at the exact same time.
Oh gosh.
Well, I've seen that movie.
I am using the Lighted Room Tarot. I actually got this deck from our Discord members, I think last year when I was going through my health issues.
Pretty recently?
Yes, and now it's time to bring it back out again because it's a very fall, beautiful deck. And yeah. But anyways, let's go ahead and see. Okay, so I feel like, while this card is definitely fire energy, I think it also goes very well with Virgo energy. So it kind of makes sense. We got the Emperor. And the Emperor to me is so I view the Emperor as like the king of all kings, which means he represents like our emotions. He represents our drives and our passions. He also represents like our ideas and how we're taking charge of things. And then he also represents like the financial stuff and how we're spending our time and energy.
Can I see it on this card? I didn't see it.
Yeah. Here. He's a little woodcutter.
That is so cute.
Right?
Oh my God, sorry.
But yeah, I view him as the king of kings, which means he has control over all of these kingdoms. And he is he's putting a lot of energy into getting further ahead. And he's not backing down from like anything that gets in his way. All the kings are like the ends justify the means, but the Emperor is just a little bit more ruthless. And sometimes we do have to be ruthless in order to get further ahead in our lives. Sometimes we do have to push like more than what we would. And also, kind of tell people or situations they're just not going to stand in our way. They're not going to stop us from attaining our goals or where we want to head in life. And yeah, so I would just take this Emperor energy that for the next couple of weeks and just really concentrate on like just getting everything together, making sure that you are actually accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish without being like, oh no, this is slowing me down. Oh no, this is getting in my way. Like, no, like we're going to plan on how to get around that. We're going to plan on how we can just like fight to the finish line. We're not going to let anything or anyone stop us. Okay, how about you?
I mean, I really don't have much to add. I will say that I think that this particular card is very appropriate for the new moon in Virgo because it is such a Virgo card. I'm actually not sure off the top of my head if this card is related to Virgo.
It's Aries.
I was going to say it's going to be like... I was going to say Virgo, Capricorn, or Aries, but so I was way off. Aries was my last on the list. But it is one of those cards that I really feel is all about rigidity. Rigidity, but rigidity that comes from experience.
Yeah.
Not just like, sometimes people are like really stuck on an idea and they've never actually done it. They just like read about it or heard about it or whatever. And in this case, this is a structured idea that comes from hard-earned experience. And so, other than that, I really don't have anything to add.
Yeah.
Look at us not fighting this week.
Right. The past 2 episodes we did fight, so.
Giving you one of these.
With this being a fire card, it really ties into our next part.
It does, yes. So as Maria just mentioned in the tarot section, it brings us to our next segment, our next section of continuing with the Elemental mini-series. This week is the last common element, I guess we could say, the last watchtower element, which is fire, baby. Burn, baby, burn.
Yes.
So Maria, what does fire correspond to?
So obviously it corresponds to me. As it is my sun and moon being Aries and also being Sagittarius. And obviously Leo, so that's why Robyn and I like each other so much. We have a lot of fire. Yeah.
We do. Yeah. That and we're both gorgeous women with big, beautiful brains.
we are completely
I was gonna
literate
say
and
boobs,
can speak
but
and
then
talk.
I remember we both breastfed, so neither one of us has big, beautiful boobs.
They're big longs.
They're big longs.
Big longs.
Oh my god.
But yes, fire corresponds with the south and also with the sun. And for me, also goes towards like energy and movement, kind of like what the wands cards symbolize, like and passions, like anything that ignites your spirit and keeps you going. Like that is fire. Fire is the energy that you bring to spells, not just like, you're lighting a candle, but also like is your energy up before you do a spell.
It's literally the sun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fire is the sun. The sun provides energy for everything. I mean, if we take it from like a scientific, literal sense, the sun provides us with vitamin D, which makes us happy and regulate. The sun makes plants grow. It makes, the everything warmer, and warmth is, I mean, sometimes heat can be a little too much, but in a general sense, warmth is comfort. It is a hug. It is, getting to wear your little shorts and prance around in a fairy garden. It's all those sort of things.
Speaking of warmth, it also can symbolize passion, sex, anger, and with with talking about sex and how also the destruction element, it really shows how flames can create and also destroy. It is a very transformative element, just kind of like water is. Water is also very transformative, but fire is a little bit more straightforward. While water takes time to transform through erosion and stuff like that, flames are immediate. Which, you should always watch out for. And obviously that is necessary, especially when we are doing certain type of spell work. But also with flame and warmth, literally home and hearth magic symbolizes working with the fire element, and even kitchen witchery. So a bunch of stuff within the home. If you work with Hestia is literally the flame, the warmth inside your home, who I tend to work with a lot. So especially in the coming months with fall and winter right around the corner. But do you have anything else you would like to add?
Not really. I think that fire is one of those elements that is very similar to air, because air is one of those things we talked about last week that is very much in belief, right? And thought, etc. It's stuff that we can't see. And while we can see fire also is very metaphorical. Because we have obviously the literal flame, but fire also imbues just that metaphor of growth, of warmth. Warmth is something that you can't see. You feel warmth, right? But you can't see literal warmth unless it's 1 billion degrees and you see those little heat mirages coming off the ground. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, that's one of my favorite things down here in the South is when it gets hot, or even it's so hot that when it rains, the concrete literally steams and creates
so
a fog.
You know what I'm talking about. Heat also is something that is cross elemental. So fire we see in literal fire, but it also appears in things like steam, which is water and fire. It appears in things like smoke, which is fire and air. It is a life blood element that is so cross elemental.
Yeah, and even the core of our planet is literally fire. It's molten lava in the core.
If you believe that the planet is a globe, Maria, some of us believe that the planet is flat.
Maria's
I'm joking. If that wasn't fucking painfully obvious. Could you imagine if I was a flat earther?
We wouldn't be on this podcast together.
Could you imagine if I was after 9 years, I was surprise, bitch, I think that the planet's flat.
Well, I guess it's time for a career change.
You're like, oh my gosh, actually, I just remembered that my mom's calling me and I have to go forever.
But, I do want to mention also, with fire, it's literally connected to exploration and adventure. We talked a little bit when it comes to air, when it comes to travel, how it's kind of the act of getting there, but the exploration and adventure side is more fire. It's the excitement to go somewhere. It is and even the pull to go and explore different things for yourself. Maybe you want to try a new craft. As Robyn said, it's all it really is the energy. It is a lot of stuff that you cannot see, that you experience. It is literally the fire that is within us that we bring to spell work.
Yeah. It's one of those things that I do think that fire is such a literal correspondence, but I also think it is very metaphorical as well. Especially when you think about tarot, fire is associated with wands, and wands is also a big metaphor suit. So, I don't know.
Really is, yeah. No, I agree. I
just made a face that made me think that I look like a Muppet. And that's super irrelevant to what we're talking about, but I really needed everyone to know that I had a Muppet moment.
She always wears she a Muppet. Did you watch the Muppet movie?
So if you're using fire in your practice, or when you use fire in your practice, what does that look like to you?
I'm going to touch on, I'd make sure that I don't take like all of them. So then you have some that we can go back.
That's fine, because I will be quoting myself in my own book. If you may be new to those of you who've never heard of it, it's called Magical Tarot. It's by this beautiful woman called Robyn Valentine. And I will be quoting myself from that book when Maria's done.
It's giving Dawn energy.
I feel like, honestly, we can say what we want about Dawn, and it will all be correct. But Dawn is now officially a New York Times bestseller.
He is.
And I, honestly, if we can just, I'm so proud of him. Because if you think about it, right? There have been some people that will not be named that have been really unkind to a lot of us because they think that they're better than everyone. And it feels very much like a full circle fuck you moment that Dawn, of all people, is now a New York Times bestseller, and none of them are.
So good.
That, like, Dawn is Dawn. We know how I feel about Dawn. Stinky little freak. But I am so fucking proud of him because he specifically was bullied so hard by those people. And I know you know who I'm talking about. He was bullied so fucking hard by those people who said that he couldn't get signed by all these people that he never even tried to get signed with. And they were so fucking mean. They tried to ruin his career. And now look at him.
Yeah, no, he's doing amazing.
What a great
I'm
example
very happy
of
for him.
Fuck the haters, persevere, because if you are going to make something great, like, it will speak for itself.
Yeah, and I think we're like going off on a huge tangent.
We are. Sorry, but honestly, actually, if you think about it.
Oh, anger and passion.
This is very much giving fire.
It is. But with his book, like, especially now, like with the whole stuff happening with what's her name, who should not be named. Like, we need more queer fantasy authors.
Loser, turf freak.
Yeah, especially young adult authors. So, like, it's really amazing that Dawn put out a book that, you know, right now it's doing better than her books.
Yeah,
so.
fuck her. Loser, turf freak, loser.
No, I'm very happy for him. But, okay, so
especially when you consider the fact that that big fucking loser has signed for a brand new show. So that is back in the pop culture, like, conversation. And he's still doing better than her. Fuck you, you fucking turf. So proud of him. Genuinely so proud of him. Couldn't be happier. He's going to be down in Los Altos for a book signing on September 6th. And me and my son will be there. He's very excited to see Uncle Don. And we're going to get some books signed by Uncle Don and probably go to dinner. And I am just very excited for that.
No, I'm so happy for you guys.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Let's go back to how we talk about fire in our practice, shall we?
Yeah. So I do want to touch on this because we are entering like the fall, you know, and that means I will be cooking more and I'll spending more time at my hearth. So, like, as I said, like earlier, kitchen witchery is literally fire magic, especially if you're heating something up. Yeah, we're heating while working with the other elements like water and earth by making, you know, food. But the act of cooking itself is definitely fire magic. And I'm very excited to start making like my chicken pot pie again. I try every single year to make it better and better and better. So I'm going to continue on with that tradition. And obviously we're coming up the soup season. And while that is water based, but it's still, as I said, the act of heating it up. So nice, you know, nice hot soup full of different correspondences and intentions. And I feel like, especially with when it comes to kitchen witchery, I don't know what everyone else, but I turn on music or have an audiobook and I'm literally moving my body as I cook. Like, I literally get my energy up as I do kitchen witchery. And like, I don't know, just the whole act of it. It's very like how you want your spell work to be when you are doing spell work. You want to move your body as you're doing spell work. You want to bring that energy and intention and be like feeling the moment rather than just going through the motions. And I feel like Kitchen Witchery is always a great reminder of that. But obviously, as a fire witch, I just right after my post I did yesterday, you don't need a specialty. But I do a lot of work with like candle spells. Candle spells are one of my favorite forms of like regular spell work because I like dressing them, like just regular chimes and like, adding corresponding herbs and doing the whole like dipping it in wax to add like, add the herbs and stuff like that. Just the whole act of putting a candle together is very calming. And then, there's the whole fire element of like bringing passion and stuff to the candle magic. But yeah, how about you? Tell me one.
So to quote myself once again from the book Magical Tarot by Robyn Valentine, she writes, "Do the permanence of fire's touch. When we think of the element of fire, we consider the action-based phrase, I do. Mm-hmm. There is no doubt or pause here, simply the act of moving forward with gusto. Because of the obvious association between flames and the fire element, we will most often perform spell work involving candle magic. Fire, then I go on to talk about markers and stuff like that. So... Mm-hmm. Fire is all about action, right? Mm-hmm. So for me, fire magic is very much candle based. If you know anything about my practice, which if you're in the Discord, the Patreon, anything like that, you know that candle magic is my bread and butter, baby.
We love a good 7-day candle.
Yeah, I love 7-day candles. Nobody can see it behind me because I'm a big back and you can't see it. But behind me, I am. I'm literally in a literal sense. I am a big backed in this moment, and I am hiding the fact that I have probably like 40 7-day candles behind me. That I wish that was a joke, but it's not.
It's healthy.
It's healthy. It's healthy. Normal. It's sorry for being a girl. Is that a crime now? But 70 candles. 14-day candles even. That's a thing, guys. Mm-hmm. They're huge.
I love 14-day candles. They're amazing.
My Santa Muerte candle, that devotion candle that I usually keep lit, is almost out, and I'm going to be buying a 14-day candle from there, which I'm very excited about. But it is very much for me about candle magic. And in my house, we have an electric oven, so kitchen witchery is not actually flame-based.
That is still, though.
I would consider that fire?
Yeah, it's heat. That's all that matters.
Yeah, touche. I was thinking of literal flame, but then here we are talking about metaphors.
I do miss a good gas stove.
I don't. I love my electric range. I love it.
Oh, you do have little, so you have to be careful with the little.
Regardless, I think it cooks just as well. And you know how much easier? Listen, when was the last time you had a gas oven?
It's been 10 years.
Okay, so I have been less than 6 months away from a gas oven. An electric stove top is so much fucking easier to clean than a gas stove.
I disagree.
Oh, girl, are you crazy? Do you have coils or do you have a flat top?
Huh? Oh, right now I have a flat top, but...
So, yeah, you're crazy. You're out of your mind, bitch, if you think that a gas oven is easier to clean. You gotta take off all those metal things. Nah, you're crazy. You're out of your damn mind.
That.
You've never been more... Listen, there are not many things that I'm going to tell you were straight up fucking wrong about, but this is one of them.
Look,
I will not support this wrong, Maria.
Everyone in the comments, if you're listening on Spotify, tell us if you prefer a gas or electric range.
But you're only allowed to have an opinion on it if you have used both of them within the last year.
I just love a gas stove because it cooks so much faster. You don't have to wait for it to freaking heat up, which takes a year and a day, and it can still use a cast iron. You're not allowed to use cast iron on a glass thing.
Yes, you can.
Because it scratches. It scratches. What? You be careful, woman.
Girl, I am so concerned about you right now because they
literally say do not use on the electric range.
You can buy mats for it. You can buy.
Can you?
Yeah, I'll link you. You're out of your fucking mind. And listen, you guys.
Old.
You are old. This is crazy. I'm learning a lot about her right now, guys. I thought I knew her. I thought we were best friends. I'm learning today that she's out of her gourd. Anyway.
Well, no, I really think everyone will agree with me. So
I don't think so. I think that you should look up. This is actually a fun fact. You should look up gas propaganda from the 1940s to the 1980s, and how gas stoves are actually extremely bad for you, and things like cooking,
they are. I still
cooking
love
with gas and the like big gas against electric stoves is an actual thing. They hired the tobacco industry to propagandize all of us. Did you know that?
But I love it. I love cooking with.
You're like, but I love it. I love being propagandized. I love it.
Do I have one? No. Could I put one in? Yes, we do have a castle. I'm just
anyway, we're getting so off topic here.
I do want to say.
Else to add? I don't think so.
I do.
Okay,
also,
sorry.
Sex magic, guys. That's literally fire magic. That's bringing passion and stuff. So and so
we between the sheets.
Honestly, we should probably do another sex magic full episode. But like the whole idea is you set your intentions beforehand before you do the act. And you can either like put it underneath your pillow or put it underneath the mattress. And you can get in the act. It doesn't have to be with a partner. It could be solo. It can be with many partners, whatever your dealio is.
Although I will say, my husband in the Discord the other day was talking with a Discord member who mentioned their multiple partners. And Frank said something that actually made me laugh so hard. He goes, "Polly, in this economy?" That really cracked me up.
I like just how he was like, I can barely afford Robyn.
I can barely afford my one
and so
wife.
I did that meme of the fingernails and the lips and be like, she's expensive.
Oh my God, sorry. That just like, when he said that actually made me laugh out loud. Like, Polly, in this economy?
But during sex magic, when the energy starts to heat up, like you don't have to like think about it as you reach a climax, but it's always good if you do. Just to kind of like think about your intention and to visualize it happening. If you're able to. I know a lot of people that's hard and it kind of like brings them down a bit, but I don't know. Some people are very good at it. So yeah, give it a go. Give it a try. Yeah. Practice some safe fire magic. How do you guys
practice fire magic? Because we have gotten on some real tangents here, and I would love to hear how you guys do it. So send us your thoughts.
Yeah.
So, Maria, what's stirring your cauldron this week?
Oh, I'm going to tell you. Okay, so it is peak witchy time. I know that it's not fall yet, but I feel like it's here. It's on the cusp. And I feel like with everything happening in the world, the witchy season is going to be even more amazing because, you know, everyone is upset with what's going on. And so, like, we're just going to become witchier and, you know, even more like magical and do like a bunch of like crazy things this autumn. But I mean, we have a new Florence and the Machine album coming out, and her single just got released, which is like, oh, you know, it's going to be a good witchy season when she releases one. Especially, I think the full album's supposed to release in October. And then also like leaves are going to start changing soon, and we're going to be watching all of our witchy favorite movies like The Craft and Practical Magic. Not that we're not watching them all year round, but it's just even more special to watch them during autumn. And I feel like there's a lot more gatherings to go to also when, you know, when the season rolls around. It just starts cooling off. And so like witches tend to like congregate and see each other more and just enjoy each other's company. I already have like a few things planned for myself, which I am very excited to do. One of which is seeing you, of course, like the witches will congregate then. But no, I'm just like really looking forward to it. Like it's been a year, and
I'm gonna make Maria sleep in my office with the Cupid doll looking down at her.
That's fine. I should post a video of me like saying prayers to it and like worshiping it.
That would be so funny.
I know the perfect like sound to use too for it. It'll be very hilarious. It'll be so good. It's like this chanting.
Oh my God.
But no, it's gonna be a good time. And I think we, especially the queer witches and stuff, and
couldn't be me.
Anyone who's impacted.
I'm not queer. I'm not one of them queer homosexuals.
But anyone who's being impacted by this administration, like this is gonna be a really good time to like let off some steam while also like joining the fight and like doing stuff. Like, the more joy we experience and the more energy we have to put towards the things that matter, that are hard. So, you can't have one without the other, though, guys. Experiencing just joy is not an act of rebellion. Just so you know. It's not. So, Robyn. Stop making me laugh.
I'm sorry.
So, Robyn, what is not stirring your cauldron this week?
Thank you so much for asking.
Oh, no problem.
So I'm actually devastated. I had a little cry in the car today. My children are growing up way too fast, and it's upsetting me. My son starts TK next week.
Oh, it's so sad.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
My daughter, she's starting potty training. She is telling me she wants to sit on the potty and go, and she's doing it. And I'm like, I bought her training underwear today. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
It's crazy.
I'm devastated. I mean, I'm obviously happy because my kids are so fun and smart and wonderful. But I'm also like, hey, my baby, my baby.
You can get me going on this too. I can't believe mine's going to be a senior next year. It's
fuck you. That's not
and
okay.
Believe me, you're going to blink your eyes and it's going to be there. It goes by so fast.
I had a full mental breakdown today in the car. I dropped my kids off because we do like a kid share swap thing. Mm-hmm. Dropped my kids off at kid swap and just sat in the car and was like, oh my God, I'm literally on my way to go buy training pants. What the fuck?
It's so sad.
I'm devastated by it. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's just, it goes by so fast.
Way too fast. I just had her.
Yesterday.
What do you mean? And she's also like really small. Like she's just like a petite girl.
She's just a baby.
She's like the size of a 1-year-old. She's like almost 2 and is pretty comfortably in like 18-month stuff still. With like lots of time before we're going to be out of that. And I'm just like, so I forget that she's almost 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's also got a speech delay. Yeah. And so like all of this makes me like associate her in my brain as like not even 1 yet.
The little one.
Especially since her brother was like so early on things like talking and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I have to remind myself that she's a little bit delayed, but not that much. And you know what I mean? And like her brother was just like really early on those things. And so she's like, she's a little behind, but like her pediatrician says it's normal. So I'm like, okay. And then she's like,
that is the case though. Like with especially the older siblings, very talkative.
So that's a huge reason why.
That's what I was
every single time you and I talk on the phone, he comes over, he's like, hi, Auntie Maria. Let me tell you every thought I've ever had.
He talks for her. Like she's the princess, okay? Like
that girl
he's
don't
just
need
there
to talk. She has people for that.
I love her so much because she'd make the perfect princess because she's literally just mean mugging the entire time.
She is. Oh my God, my child. She goes from like extreme spells of happiness where she has like the biggest grin you've ever seen in your life to just straight up no emotions. Just staring at you like, and it's like not in like an actual no emotions way. It's done in a way where it's like she's judging you.
And taking it in. Like, kids have such funny, serious faces when they're like listening and they're paying attention.
It's the fact that she like squints her eyes when she's doing it, where it is so judgmental. You're like, oh, okay, fuck me, I guess.
I feel like she's gonna be super smart. Like, super smart. She's gonna be crazy smart.
She figures stuff out now where I'm like, uh-oh, we're in trouble. Oh no.
You love that for her.
So yeah, I'm just that's what's going on with me. I'm very upset that my kids are doing what children are supposed to do, which is grow.
That's so sad.
So if you've just joined us this week, every week we talk about creatives that we are loving right now. This is anyone from small businesses, other podcasts, books, artists. I mean, you friggin' name it, lil homie. That being said, these are not ads. This is just stuff we have organically found and liked on our own and want to share with you. As a reminder, we do have listener submissions for this. So if you got someone you think the community would love to hear, what the heck? Send them to us. That being said, Maria, who are you digging right now?
Okay, so I had saved this one. It's called Thread-Handed Jill. And she makes these like amazing, well, she's one of those people that make like the crochet art but she does these particular ones that have like bee butts coming out of the flowers, and it's literally like 3D crochet art, and it is so cute and so adorable. I love them so much, and I would like one in every single color. But I don't know, they're just so cute. I might have spoken about her before. I'm not sure.
I don't remember you have, but then again, sometimes we will start reading coffee talk stories and we get through the whole thing and then we're like, oh, we've read that one.
Yeah. So, but I did not say the bee butts. I know that is relatively new and they are so cute. And she even has like this witch hat. As I said, she does the crochet art too, like when it comes to the webs. But she has one that is on a literal like witch's hat that's coming down, like that whole... You know, it's so cute and I love it. I love all that stuff. I wish I was good at that stuff. I mean, I guess I could be, but put some energy and time into it. But who has time for that? Not me. I have too many hobbies. How about you? I love it.
Mine this week is actually our friend Zachariah's podcast called Around the Cauldron. He's had a couple of episodes come out that I really enjoyed. It's another podcast. So if you're listening to this, you already like podcasts. So why don't you check them out?
Oh, yeah. I love Z's podcast. I listen to it all the time. So,
I am not a podcast listener that often. So I've only listened to 2 episodes of Z's podcast. But I enjoyed both of them. So I don't know. You guys should
we got mentioned in one episode. So
did we? I didn't hear. I didn't listen to that one.
Yeah.
How cute for us. Our listener submission this week is a company called Luzzy Tierra Water. But they are Luzzy Tierra, not the water. I can read my own typing. Hello. They've got water canteens that are like a canteen with a glass on it. And that's specifically what we were sent. They are like Mexican pottery. And I thought they were so freaking cool.
They're so cute.
I love them
cute so much. I love the water cups. It's like that edge of the bed, like late night water thing that you like fill up.
And I thought that was very cool. So yeah, thank you. I don't remember who sent this to us. I did bookmark it on our podcast like saves that are listener submissions. So whoever sent this to us, thank you very much. Love it so much. And if you've got somebody that you want to hear on the podcast, shoot us an email, shoot us a DM. We would love to shout out your business. Well, thank you so much for joining us this week. We hope to see you again on August 29th for our next Coffee Talk episode, or on September 5th for the 16th episode of Season 6. You can keep an eye out on our social media or head to our website, coffeeandcauldrons.com, to find out more information and see what we're up to. And don't forget to join us on Friday, September 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Laura Davilla's class on Gallina Negra, which is going to be protection and cleansing. So if you are into it, we're into you. So get in there.
And additionally, our Patreon Magical Beginnings offers a special special 25-minute part 2 episode, a huge library of articles about witchcraft, a Discord community full of fun events and discussions, and we even have tiers to offer one-on-one conversations with Robyn and myself. You can either learn some witchy stuff, if you need help for your craft, or you just get tarot readings from us. It's up to you.
It's up to you. And please, if you are loving our sexy, sensual, chef's kiss voice, take a moment to review us from whatever streaming service that you are tuning in from, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or somewhere else. We love reading your reviews, and rating us with 5 stars or rating us at all helps us to be seen by others. Thank you for everyone who already has and everyone who will in the future. And as always, a huge shout out to our Patreon members, as without you, none of this would be possible.
Yeah. So again, this is Coffee and Cauldrons
with Robyn from Mad Tired Witch Everywhere
and Maria from Magic with Maria Everywhere. You ready? Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Bye, witches!
Bye, witches! My voice was going out. Yay!